Solve the simultaneous equation above. So we are going to start with the equation 3x plus 4y equals 12. This is equation 1. And 2x plus 5y equals 10. Let's start with equation 2, which has got a variable 2, because 2 is a smaller number, and let's make x subject to the formula. So equation 2, to get rid of the y, since this is positive 5y, we subtract 5y, and we do the same this side. We subtract 5y, because when you're dealing with equations, what you do on one side, you also do it on the other side. Okay, so when 5y, a positive 5y minus 5y will give us a 0. So on the left hand side, we're going to remain with 4x, and on the other side, it is going to be 10 minus 5y. Now, how do we get rid of the 2? Because we need to remain with only x. So x has to be the subject of the formula. So in order to do that, we multiply both sides, and I mean both sides, by a half. If that is the case, then we multiply here by a half, and here by a half as well. Now, this half multiplied by 2 will give us x, and here this is going to be 10 minus 5y divided by 2. So x equals 10 minus 5 divided by 2. Now, we need to go back to the two equations, equation 1 and 2. Since we used equation 2, we are now going to use equation 1 to substitute where there is x, this expression. So equation 1 is 3x plus 4y equals 12. Now we're going to substitute where there is x. 3 in brackets 10 minus 5y. So where there is x, we substitute this, which is equal to x, this expression. Now we say plus 4y equals 12. So now the 3 multiplies everything inside. 3 by 10, 30. 3 by 5, 15y, and the 2. Then plus 4y equals 12. Okay, so now what shall we do? Okay, so this is as good as having a 2, or we can simply say everything divided by 4. Everything, every term divided by 4. Every term multiplied by 4 to get rid of the 2 here. So we just multiply everything by 2. This 2 is going to go. So this is going to be 30 minus 15y plus this by 2 is going to be 8y, and this by 2 is 24. So now let's deal with the like terms. this side we are going to remain with, or we can take the y this side, or we can simply say 30 minus 30, then minus 15y plus 8y equals 24. Since we subtracted 30 this side, we should also subtract 30 this side, and this is going to be a 0, and then 15y plus 8y is going to give us 7y, a negative 7y, since the 15 is surpassing 8 by 7 negatives, and then this is going to be 24 minus 30, again a negative what? A negative 6. 24 minus 30 is a negative 6. So now we can, to get rid of the negative 7, all we have to do is multiply by the reciprocal of the 7, which is going to give us a y, and this side we do the same by the reciprocal of negative 7, and all this will give us, since we'll multiply both negatives, is going to give us a positive 6/7. We are about to finish. So we go back to that equation which had something with formula x. So it is here. If you remember, it is here. So x equals 10 minus 5y divided by 2. 10 minus 5y divided by 2. So since that is the case, we can also say half open brackets 10 minus 5, and then where there is y we substitute. So these are going to be square brackets, and where there is y we're going to subtract 6 divided by 7 and square brackets. Okay, so let's deal with what is in the brackets first. So this is going to be 5, this is 10, and then 5 multiplied, the negative is this negative, 5 multiplied by 6 is going to give us a 30, and this is going to be divided by 7, and then we're going to multiply everything by a half. So this will give us the 10 multiplied by half is 5, and this multiplied by the half multiplied by 30 or divided by 7 is simply 30 divided by 14. Okay, so now the 5 can remain as it is, and then we can simplify this to be 1 divided by 2 give us 15, and here 7. So we can simply say this is 5 over 1 minus 15 over 7. So let us continue and simplify it from here. 5 divided by 1 minus 15 over 7. So if this is our x. Okay, so to subtract these two fractions, we need to multiply this. So we start with this. This is 5 times 7 and 5 times 7 gives us 35, minus 1 times 15 is 15, and then we multiply the denominators. 1 times 7, which is simply 7. So 35 minus 15 is 20, and that gives us 20 over 7. That is our x. And therefore, our x equals 20 divided by 7, and our y is 6 over 7.